I got to tell you, I was just happy to get a seat in that room because there's some fantastic business minds in that room, and learned a bunch just sitting there watching and listening. But after a couple of years, I remember I was asked to go from the board of advisors to the board of directors. That means I got to sit in the cushy chairs. And I remember when we had the first board meeting and me jumping into that next level, I was kind of outside and was waiting for Mr. Coquinos to show up, and I was a little nervous, and I talked to David Deaton. I says, "Hey, I'm kind of nervous going into this thing. What should I do?" And he says, "Well, just keep your mouth shut, watch and listen." And I said, "Well, I can do that." So as we walked into the room and filed in the room, got our seats, then Mr. Coquinos came in, and sure enough, everybody stands up and applauds because that's what you do when he comes into the room. And as we settled into our seats, the first thing he did says, well, welcome everybody. It's good to have all you guys here. Appreciate you coming in from literally all over the world to be with me today. And Garland. And I said, oh, crap. And here I am. I want to be a fly on the wall. I want to be left alone. All I want to do is just watch, listen, and learn. And he picks on me right from the get-go. And I said, yes, sir. And he says, how you doing? And I says, well, we're doing great, sir. Our testing numbers are off the chain. Our contract amount is through the roof. And he looked at me and says, Garland, shut up. And I said, excuse me? And he says, yeah, shut up. And I said, oh, yeah, that's what David told me to do as well. I said, son, I didn't ask you about your business. I asked you how you doing. How's your health? How's that wife of yours doing? Bridget, how is she still putting up with you? How's those two boys of yours? I think their name is Andre and Brandon. And I know you got a little girl too named Kaylin. Tell me about that little girl of yours. We'll get to the business stuff soon enough. But right now, talk to me about your family. Talk to me about you. That's what I want to hear about. So I got to tell you, that was amazing. On that day, I formed a core value that I still carry with me to this day. And I thank Mr. Coquinos for teaching me that. And the main thing is that I learned out of that is we got to keep the important stuff,